Welcome to this CDI training course for creating a corrective action request. As with all of our training courses that we've been presenting, we like to give you the reason why we're doing what we're doing. We call that our purpose statement. So on this one, the big why behind what we're doing is our corrective action plan is basically using a document and strategy that will help CDI identify, solve, and prevent repeated problems or issues. This document will walk you through the process of how to submit a request for a creative action. And then if you have questions, you can always reach out to a representative from the manufacturing engineering area or the quality assurance area. All right, here comes the meat of our training. We're going to show you how to, and then we're going to walk you through step by step how to create one of these documents. So in doing that, we first need to find the document. Now we've tried to get that in a spot that most everyone's familiar with, and that's the G drive. So we'll go to the G drive, we're going to go to temp share, and then we've just created a file folder called Corrective Action. So once you're there, you'll see this pop up, and inside of that is the Corrective Action Request. That's the document that we're looking for. This is a read-only document, so once you're in there, you need to do a save as, and then rename the document. The naming scheme that we'd like to have you use is related to the number in sequence, the date, a quick title reference, and then C.A.R. so we know that it's a corrective action request. So if we're going to rename one, we look at the folder, what's the biggest number that's in there already? We've only got one, it's 0001, so in this case, we would call ours 0002. Create a space in between that, and then put today's date in. So in the case of this one, it'd be the 14th of May, so 0514. Another space, and let's say we're working in the mechanical assembly area, for example, and we have an issue with roof panels. We don't want a big long name, but we can just put roof in as our title, followed by a space and C.A.R. And that's our naming configuration. Go ahead, hit your save, and that should be saved as. You should have your document saved under the new naming configuration. So then you're going to see a document much like this pop up on your screen. You need to fill out the things that are in this light blue color. The stuff in tan will be filled out by our disposition team, who will then determine what our next steps are going forward with this. So what we'll do is fill out these, and we'll walk you through this on our example as far as what you're looking for and what you'll be filling in. On the next page, if you were to scroll down this document, which we'll show you, there's an area where we would encourage you to add pictures or drawings or screenshots that would help explain what the issue is that we're trying to address. All right, and we'll walk you through that as well, but these instructions are on the document we're going to walk you through. Our fourth step then, once you've got your form completed, you'll just save it and then send out an email to Eugene in the manufacturing engineering area. There's his email, but you can just do a search in Outlook by typing in the first couple letters of his name, and that will get Eugene's email pulled up. Don't forget, attach your document to it, and you can then send that off to him, and he'll determine what the next steps are for this. All right, we're going to show you how to pull up a form and how to fill it out. So we're going to walk you through the process of how to find this on your computer and how to fill it out. So you'll be going down to your file manager, just this little yellow folder. Open that up. We're looking for our G drive, so we'll just scroll down till we find the G drive in this PC, and then scroll up or down until you find there's temp share, and then we're going to scroll down to the C category for corrective action. There's our corrective action folder. And as we mentioned, you're looking for corrective action request. That's the Word doc. These are Word docs that we'll be working with. So we'll go ahead and double click on that to open it up. Mine opens up as a double pane reader. We're going to go to the print layout. Makes it a little easier, a little larger, easier to read and see. Notice that we are in a read-only format. Okay, that's where it reminds us, the first reminder, we need to change this and save as. So here we go. We're going to go up to File, and we're going to go Save As. Here's the reminder. It's a read-only document, so we need to go Save As. We're going to put that in our corrective action folder as we'd mentioned, and here is our number. Oh, we've got a 002. I think we've done one example already, so we would call ours 0003. We'll do an underscore, and we'll put in today's date, and actually today's date is 0519, and we'll follow that by an underscore, and we said we're working with a roof panel, so we'll just call it roof. We'll do an underscore again, followed by C.A.R. Corrective Action Request. Everything looks good. We've got our number, we've got our date, we've got the title, and we've got that it is a corrective action. All right, we'll go ahead and save that. There's the title, no more read only. All right, again, the reminder, those things in blue you fill out, those things in beige, the um, disposition team will. So we're going to slide down to today's date. If you hover on this gray bar that says enter today's date, it's going to bring up a drop down to make this easy for you. Click on today's date. We'll go and choose an item. That too is a drop down. Click that. We have a couple options there. Customer feedback. Maybe a customer called in with an issue that we need to address. We would call that customer feedback. Perhaps that's something that customer service or maybe engineering will be working with. And then we'd go down here to organizational. That's something in-house, in the facility here. Perhaps someone on the production floor or an engineer might be working with something. Well, we talked about mechanical assembly already, so let's just stay with that idea. We'll go organizational, and our department, we're going to call it mechanical, and I'm going to go underscore assembly, and then the submitter, that's me. I'll put my name in here. And then we would go ahead and key in a description of what the problem is. I'm not going to key anything in, but you could just maybe create a sentence or two that explains the problem that we're having with the roof panels. Maybe their issue is that the holes don't line up, making it very difficult to screw those together. And if we can correct that, that'll make assembly process go that much easier. That's pretty much the meat of our corrective action request. Now, as I mentioned, we scroll down, if available, in the red here it says, if available, please add pictures or screenshots on the next page and submit with a form. So if we scroll down, this tells you what we're going to do. We're going to picture or drawing of the unit nameplate, especially if this is out in the field. Maybe it's you're a customer service rep, maybe you're dealing with a customer. Have them find that nameplate so we can know what model it is, what unit it is, things like that. Take a picture of that, add it in. Images with short descriptions, issue of concern, images or fixes that maybe you found a way to work through this. So we'll get our mouse down in this area, our cursor down in this area, and let's go find a picture. I want to show you quickly how to do that. We're going to go to Insert, and we're going to go to Pictures. And I'm just going to go to my picture file area. I know I've got some pictures, so go to my own file. And I know I've got some things in mechanical assembly area. I have a pictures file. I might find something here. Let's put a picture in. Sometimes they fit in just perfectly fine. Other times we have to readjust the size. Now, if your picture is way off the page, obviously we're going to want to adjust that so it's easy to see. But you want to keep those relatively large. And then on that next line, go ahead and start putting in some text here to describe what's going on there. If it's the solution that shows how you've solved it, describe that as well. But that's really helpful to the team to move forward with the next step. So that's basically how you fill it out. And if you scroll down again, the last thing you're going to see is make sure, again, you save this. Of course, you've already got your saving configuration set. Just go up to the file. Looks like a little disk. It says save. Go ahead and save that again. And then you're going to send that to Eugene. Basically, go to Outlook, look up his email, and then make sure you attach your form out of the Corrective Actions folder. Attach that to your email, send it to him, and he and the disposition team will then figure out what are the next steps to try and give some resolution to the issues at hand. Well, thanks for watching. Hope that gives you a decent overview on how to submit a corrective action request. Again, if you should have problems or questions, Don't hesitate to reach out to one of the team members in your manufacturing engineering area or the quality assurance area. Thanks for watching.